Ok. Olá a todos vocês que nos escutam, nos acompanham aqui, o nosso podcast Papo de Pombo. Estamos começando mais um episódio e dessa vez eu tenho a honra de receber uma das minhas instrumentistas favoritas, e eu falo isso em relação ao mundo inteiro, a instrumentista Michalina Malisz, que pertence atualmente à banda Eluveitie, que é uma das bandas mais icônicas, mais conhecidas no mundo aí, quando o assunto é folk metal, né? Talvez a mais conhecida, se eu não me engano. Quem estiver ouvindo esse podcast e não conhecer a banda, dê uma olhada, dê uma conferida, a banda é muito boa. Michalina também tem um canal no YouTube, o link vai estar aqui na descrição. E hoje nós vamos conversar um pouco com ela a respeito da sua carreira musical e de todos os seus trabalhos, né? Como Michalina não é brasileira, nós vamos fazer essa conversa em inglês, então eu vou passar vergonha novamente com o meu péssimo inglês. Peço paciência a todos vocês. E é isso. Espero que gostem da conversa e algum dia, quando eu tiver tempo, eu vou tentar fazer as legendas, mas sem promessa. So, okay. Michalina, first of all, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you to spend a little time to talk with us. I'm a big fan of you, and
Thank you.
I already say that in Portuguese, you are one of my favorite musicians in all the world. I follow your work 3 years now, barely.
All right.
I think it's that. So thank you. And the first question is, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. And also thank you for having me in your podcast.
Thank you so much. So I wanted to ask you first, when you start in music and how was it?
I started my journey with music, so to say, when I was around 7 years old, and I went to music school, and I went there to learn piano, and I was going to piano lessons for 2 years. And then after these 2 years, so when I was like 9-10 years old, I started playing classical flute. And after that, in Poland, the music school system is like you have 2 levels. So the first level is 6 years, and then the next one is another 6 years. So I did both, and I finished it with, like, when you finish it, it's some kind of like an official exam, and then it states that, yeah, you are a musician now, with like a high school education or something like this. Like you are finishing high school level education for music. And that was the official part, when I learned not only the instrument but also a lot of music theory. So that was really cool. I really liked it, and I actually liked it more than playing the instrument. the music theory was really great. And after that, it was actually almost directly after I finished music school, I started playing the hurdy-gurdy, and yeah, I was like 19 years old. So and the musical education, the music theory that I knew helped me a lot with learning the instrument, because I'm self-taught on the hurdy-gurdy, and yeah, it was just such a huge help for me. Afterwards, I joined Eluveitie like 2 years after I started playing the hurdy-gurdy, and since then I've been in the band for 5 years now, and I am also very active in the internet. I have a YouTube channel, and I also have a company with my husband we are building hurdy-gurdys. I mean, not me personally, I'm not that good with building stuff, but he is building them, and yeah, we have quite a large, no, it's not large, it's like a small business around it, like a company with a few employees, and we build the instruments. So yeah, and currently I'm also working on a new project that I have together with my husband, because he also plays the guitar, and he's also an audio engineer, so that's perfect. I mean, it's just like really perfect match for us, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing, I'm like recording stuff for the videos, and he's mixing the music, and it's just everything works really well here. So basically my whole life is involved in music somehow, all the arenas, like my job kind of, it's not really, I don't know if the word job fits here, but maybe a career, I don't know, but my work is connected to music, and also my family life, and yeah, everywhere I turn there's something going on regarding music. So
Yeah, I
that's
was
really
going to
cool.
ask you that because you said that you started really early in music. So you
Yeah.
probably had someone in your family that were with you, or you decided by yourself to.
Oh no, it was my dad.
Mm,
He is a musician as well, but he plays a trumpet. So
Mm.
and he
very
also
interesting.
has he did one more level of education for like musical
Mm,
university. I don't know how it translates into English, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he is an active musician, so yes.
oh, very
It
nice.
was not my idea.
Ah,
Kind of.
but thank God you went in
That's so
that
great.
way.
Yes.
Oh, guys, thank you.
So, in the beginning of your YouTube channel, you do a lot of covers in
Mhm.
hurdy-gurdy, right?
Yeah.
Your intention initially is the popularizing, não, como é que eu diria isso? Is the spread the word of the instrument?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, um, regarding spreading the word about the hurdy-gurdy, there's so much work to do still, because it's
Mm-hmm.
a really um, rare instrument.
Yes.
So not many people know about it, and even though like there's a lot of videos right now out there in the internet, and there is a more active discussion about this instrument right now, I think right now it's at the like the peak of interest of for the hurdy-gurdy, like
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. And even though like we have this big interest in it right now, it's still not known nearly as well as it could be. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because it's really interesting. It's really cool. It's very fascinating how it's built, and how it plays, and the history. So yeah, I think the videos really helped getting more people like to just be aware that it exists. And yeah, covers are really good for that, because these are songs that people are probably looking for in the internet. They know them, they like them, and this is a really cool twist, or something like it's adding something new to the song. So I
Mm-hmm.
think these two go really well together, like covers and bringing awareness about this, about the existence of this instrument. Yeah, I would say it
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, no, you can conclude.
No, go on, it was just a random thought.
All right. And how you knew the instrument?
From Eluveitie.
Anna Murphy.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I was a fan of
Mm-hmm.
Eluveitie for a few years before I decided that I want to play the hurdy-gurdy. But if it was not for them, I don't think I would know about this instrument really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was just because of them, and the music was so cool. It was my favorite band. So when I was a
Mm-hmm.
teenager, so yeah, it had a huge influence on me. So yeah,
Oh
basically,
my God, I
yeah,
can imagine how
Eluveitie.
happy you were when you started at Eluveitie.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how to describe this. It was really. It
But
was
tell us
just.
about it, the invitation, and they entered the band. How was it?
Mm, well, it was unreal. it was unreal for me. I don't really know how to explain this. It was like living a dream. Like I felt like I was just about to wake up, because this couldn't be true, right? Well, it started with a message on Facebook from Kriegel, and I thought that it was just somebody who made an account and said that they are Kriegel, right? But they are not. You know what I mean? It's some kind
A
of
fake
like
account.
catfishing. Yeah, a fake account.
Yes.
So I thought like, and this message, it said, I really like your playing and I enjoy your video. So thank you for making covers of our songs. And I was like, yeah, sure. you're a fake account and you're not fooling me.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, and that was, I think that was in the morning. Like I read this message somewhen in the morning, and then in the afternoon the news broke that Anna, Ivo, and Marilyn left Eluveitie. So I read this news and I was really, really sad, because Anna was like so important for me in the band, and also the other guys, but she was my main inspiration to even start playing. So that was a super important influence for me. And I was really, really sad about them leaving. But like when this first wave of emotions left, I started thinking like, maybe this was not a fake account, maybe because they don't have a hurdy-gurdy player right now, right?
Yeah.
And I can play almost every song from
It's
the
a coincidence?
catalog.
I think
Yeah,
not.
what a coincidence.
Yeah, like maybe there's something to it. So I was like, when I realized this, I was like, oh, okay, holy, now there's something really like one of its kind going on. So I was like, okay, now I have to strategically answer this message so I don't screw up my potential chance of like being in the band, because it's not easy at all to find a hurdy-gurdy player. And especially one that is interested in metal. There's not so many players that connect the genres, right? The traditional folk music and metal. So I was like, while replying to this message, I was like, thank you so much, I appreciate it a lot, and if you need any kind of help, I'm open to do anything basically for you, because that's a very hard time for the band, and so on. And yeah, then we started basically exchanging messages, and I have to say that Krigi was really careful at the beginning, because of course he was. I mean, they didn't know me at all, so that was a really big like a gift of trust towards me, that they even considered inviting me, right? But after a few phone calls, after a few messages, we had the schedule of the summer festival set up, and they just brought me to Switzerland, and we had some rehearsals, and then we had the first show. And at first I was just a session musician. Yeah, of course, we all were, all three of us, me, Jonas, and Alan. We were session musicians at the beginning, and then we just, I think in the next year, so 2017, we were like officially joining the band. So yeah, and since then it's just a lot happened. We had a lot of shows, we had a lot of tours, then we had none of the tours because of the world situation. So yeah, crazy story, crazy story.
But was that the first time you joined the stage? Or...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, I had some experience with playing on stage, but it was just at school, you know, there is maybe like 7 people coming around for your show, little show at the end of the year. And it was totally different, because I was playing classical music. So it's like in classical music, it's so important that you play it right and you play it correctly and with the correct like true to the sheet music and everything. And then you most probably get a mark on your performance, right, or a note. So it was totally different when you go play a metal show. It's the performance is the most important thing, right? So you have to play well and look well, but it doesn't really matter if you like make a few mistakes or something like this. It's just more about the how you perform for the audience, right? So it was just totally different. There were so many people like at the show, but I knew how well received Eluveitie is as a band amongst the fans. So I was not stressed about it. I knew that people love Eluveitie, so the show will be successful. So that was my mindset when I was going on stage. And also I think I was super panicked in a way, because it's the first everything, like the first show, the first time on stage, the first time with this instrument, the first time playing with the in-ears, and it
And replacing
reached,
someone important in the band, right?
yeah, and I think it escalated to the point where I was like, okay, I don't care anymore. I'm so panicked that okay, now it's kind of funny to me, and yeah, let's just go do it. It was really crazy.
I can
And was
imagine.
the duration of the concert a problem for you? Because 2
Okay,
hours
sorry.
on stage, you had to stay
Mhm.
2 hours on stage playing all the time, basically, very few stops.
I would say it is not that difficult. We rarely play 2 hours. We play like I think 1.5 hours is our longest set. And this one that we played there was like 60 minutes. And I don't know how was the show. I don't remember this. It was just I was gone. It went somehow, and yeah, I don't really remember it. So it was super fast for me. I don't know how it went, and yeah.
The first album that you recorded with Eluveitie was Vocation 2, right?
Yeah.
How was the experience to record the album?
It was very, very interesting to me, because prior to that, I was never really recording. I mean, I was recording in a studio, but for this album, I had a new instrument, and I was in a really professional studio. So that was something new to me. And to be honest, I was more excited to record a metal album than Evocation, like Atechnatos. I was yeah, I was.
I will ask you about
Yeah.
them later.
Okay, so
But
yeah,
you
I
can
was.
talk about both.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it was not even that many songs for me to record, but it took I think 3 days to record everything. And yeah, Krigi came around because I was recording in Poland and everybody else was recording in Switzerland. So Krigi came to Poland to like help me set up the session with the engineer and just tell me a little bit about the songs. And yeah, it was really cool. I really like recording. I think working in a studio is a really fun part of making the album.
And about the metal album that came after, né? Atechnatos. The process was different. How was it?
Yeah, it was different because I went to Switzerland. And I had to bring because I use for Eluveitie, I used 2 different instruments, one for the studio and one for the stage. So the one for the studio is much bigger. So that's why we decided to record in Poland, the first album, because if I want to bring the big one on the plane, then I have to have 2 seats for me, one for me and one for the hurdy. So and it's a little bit expensive to travel with this one. The little one for stage, I can just put in the cupboards above in the plane, and it works every time. So that's cool. So I came to Switzerland, and I was working with Krigi in real time. So he was there all the time, and also some other people were recording, and we were sometimes figuring out the parts because there was something missing or there was just some idea. So I had the time to just come up with parts or just discuss them with Krigel, and it was a really, really nice process, really focused as well, because we did it in, I think, 3 or 4 days too. So it was just 3 days probably of just really focused work, and I enjoyed it a lot. And also the songs, they were really cool. So yeah, it was a really, really nice experience for me.
Mm-hmm. Right. And another question about these albums. Eluveitie has many different instruments. Né? It has hurdy-gurdy and flute and violin and 2 guitars and 2 voices. And how was the process of composing the musics of the Eluveitie? Krigel compose all of them, or no, or their participations of the other musicians? How is the process?
Yeah, both related to the music itself and also to the lyrics.
So the ideas for the songs are coming mainly from Krigel. And he's the main composer of the band, and he's basically the brain of the band, because he comes up with the ideas for albums, the ideas for the songs, and the lyrics. He writes all the lyrics. So after the ideas are done, he works together with Jonas, or I don't know if it's if I can classify it like this, because sometimes Jonas has an idea and it becomes a song, but they always work together, right? So it's very organic and fluid, but like in a big in a simplified way. And Krigel gives the ideas, and then they work together on building a song out of the idea. So the folk parts, the metal parts, the lyrics and everything. And sometimes he's writing all the parts, like exactly how he imagines them. And somehow it's just like, okay, here will be a hurdy-gurdy line, but we don't have it yet. So yeah, sometimes I have to compose some parts, and sometimes it's not necessary because they are already written by Krigel. So yeah, for example, I was doing parts like hurdy-gurdy parts for Ambiramus, and a few others like Threefold Death. It's a lesser known song, but it's also from the last album. And also I don't remember the Ravenhill, I think the song is called. Yeah.
The Ravenhill.
So yeah, it's just a few of them, and I really like it. I really enjoy doing this. Like I don't necessarily enjoy creating the song from scratch, but when it's already kind of done and I just have to write the hurdy-gurdy for it, I really like it.
Great. Raquel, question?
I was going to ask her already about her singing career now.
My
Reviewed
career.
herself. Yeah. Have they heard you singing before, the band?
No, I mean, yes, but it was just at the very beginning, and I never wanted to sing, to be honest. I never had a dream to become a singer. So when I joined the band 5 years ago, I didn't really sing that well, and we tried it because, of course, they were also looking for a singer, and that was also partially why I was considered a session musician for a long time, because they also had to find a a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the singer could learn the hurdy-gurdy, and then they could just tour with the new singer. But it never kind of happened because Fabienne joined the band, and she's very, very much focused on singing. But she also plays the harp, right? But
Mm-hmm.
her main focus is singing. So we were like, okay, let's leave it at this, and we can have more possibilities in the band this way. If we have more people come like focused on their particular instruments. So yeah, I was never interested in singing, but last year I kind of changed my mind because I just started thinking about this from the perspective of my YouTube channel, and just developing my skills as a musician. And I had a lot of time to think, right? Because we had the lockdown, so I was
Mm-hmm.
just doing my
Okay.
reviewing my life and my life decisions, and what can I change right now, and what can I do to just not sit at home all the time and wait for the lockdown to end, right? So I decided that I will go for singing lessons and I will give it a try, because I also want to make more interesting videos. And I think for the majority of people, the voice is the most interesting instrument because everybody can relate to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really think that it's a good combination to play an instrument like a hurdy-gurdy, because it's like you can just play yourself some melody and then sing with it. It's really good. It's like a piano or a guitar. And yeah, it can bring something fresh to the channel. It can bring something new. It can be like very interesting and developing for me. So I thought, yeah, let's try it out. And I was really, really, really stressed and really not sure about my abilities to become a singer whatsoever. I was just like, I can't do it. My voice, when I hear it when it's recorded, I'm like, it's not working. It sounds horrible. So I started working on my voice and also on my head, and before I published the first cover, I was really, really stressed. But I think the thing that Fabienne wanted to join me for this song, it was really helpful for me, and she's also really supportive of me learning to sing. And I think she's really happy for me, and I'm really thankful for her, to her. I'm thankful for her advices. What is going on with my English? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Advices.
advices.
Okay.
It's the same thing is happening to us now.
Yeah, so all her advices on the singing and just on the topic of recording and interpreting, because it's like there's a lot of the interpretation in the song, like what you make out of it. It's not just only about the voice, it's about kind of transmuting the song in your brain, so then you can give it a new life. Or yeah, that's kind of how I think about it. So it's not that easy for me. I'm just figuring it out, but yeah, it's really rewarding. I really like it. So that's good, I think.
And you think that for, I mean, you're not starting with singing when you were in music already, but when you sing, you try to compare yourself with other people. So that's why maybe you thought you were not good enough initially, when you said that you recorded and then you thought that your voice was horrible, but it wasn't, because it's you, it's not the other person that you're thinking about, you know.
Yeah,
It's so beautiful.
that's very true. Oh, thank you so much.
Your first cover was Nothing Else Matters. Your first cover singing, right?
Yeah,
was Nothing Else Matter. So I already said that in off, but I want to say this in the recording too. I think your cover was better than the original, than the cover. And in this song, this cover, your voice is really great. I like it very much, and
Thank you.
match with the song and your proposition of the song that you recorded in that video. So amazing, and matched so good with the Fabienne's voice too. I think you two can do more of covers together. And
Thank you.
Yesterday
We just we just released one.
Pretender,
Yeah.
I listened to. It's also very great, very great.
Thank you.
Please keep going.
Yeah,
we will.
And I also think that it's really good with the hurdy-gurdy. It feels like it's all connected. I don't know. It's so good to listen to both the hurdy-gurdy and your voice at the same time. I don't know if you thought about that, but it's so perfect together.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. You are so kind. Thank you.
And what other songs do you want to sing?
I have a little list ready. It's not that long because it's kind of hard for me to figure out which songs I not only want but can sing, because I'm not that good yet to sing like super complicated, like maybe not complicated, but songs with a big range. So I have to be careful with choosing the songs. But yeah, the titles, they are a surprise. Because I will post them soon. But there are some classic metal songs there, so like just so you know, there will be some older stuff as well in there. But yeah, generally I try to choose from the songs that I really like. But yeah, afterwards I like have to decide about the arrangement and if it will fit with the hurdy, and then if it will fit with my voice, and it's not so easy, I would say. So I thought it would be easier when I started singing. I thought it would be like, now I can do whatever I want, but that's not true. I can't do whatever I want singing. No. And also it doesn't always fit with the hurdy, so but it has to be together. It will always be together for me. So yeah.
One video that you posted on your channel some time ago that really catch my attention was the Witcher's theme, the song about the Witcher. First of all, because it's a instrumental song, it really beautiful that song, and your interpretation. Your interpretation again for me was better than the original. And
thank you.
And in that video, you do a production, let's say that, and then you have in a castle, you are dressed like the Witcher, and the cosplay was awesome.
Thanks.
And how was to do that video with all that elements?
For me, it was a little bit awkward because I don't really like acting in front of the camera. Like, you know, we did this little like part. I mean, there's like two separate things going on, the one where I play and the one where I act, like we have some kind of plot in the music video. And I don't really feel comfortable acting like this, so it was a little bit weird for me, but in the end I'm happy I've done this and I'm happy with the end result. But I don't think I will do it again. to be honest. Otherwise I think the outfit was super cool. It was borrowed from my brother, because he likes LARP games, like dressing up like in fantasy clothes and weapons and everything, and we bought the sword especially for this for this video clip. So it was also a little bit sentimental for me because I really love the Witcher saga, the books.
The books.
I read them when I was a teenager, and I just enjoyed them so much that it was extremely cool to be able to play a theme song from a Netflix adaptation. And I also like the series, so
yes, I watched
cool
it.
adventure.
The writer of The Witcher is Polish, right?
Yep.
Right. All right. I don't read yet, but someday in the future I will read the saga.
Yeah, I recommend it to you a lot. It's really fun. It's really funny as well. And if you like fantasy books that feel real, then it's something for you, because there are some fantasy books that don't really pull you in that much, and you cannot really feel the world. You don't really get immersed in this world so much that you start thinking that it's real. But in The Witcher, it's so realistic, even though it's fantasy, right? It's so realistic, and the characters are so well written and so real that it really makes you feel like this is some kind of world that exists somewhere in reality, right? So yeah, just if you have time, then read it. It's really cool.
Right. I will read it in the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, cool.
Raquel, question?
No, I just say that because we were thinking about the next books, right? That we were going to talk about in our podcast. So maybe that's a good reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I was going to ask about the video that you made with the Harp Twins. That one was also amazing. How did you approach that, and how was this cooperation? How was this work done?
That was the cooperating with them was just great, because they are so professional and they know what they're doing so well. It was just easy and amazing. So I just wrote them an email because I've watched them. I watched their videos for some time before that, and I really wanted to start incorporating more musicians in the videos for my channel, because cooperations are just great for the fans, for the development of the channel. It's just a win-win for everybody. So
yes.
I wrote them an email, and they agreed to do a song with me. It was actually in January, I think, or even before that. So yeah, it took some time, but in the end, we decided that we will release the song in June, and it went really, really smooth. They recorded the tracks for me, then we recorded the video, and like, what can I say? It was just fully professionally done, together with the whole social media thing. The pictures, stories, everything. It was just such a pleasure to work with them. It was just great. I enjoyed it so much.
That video was awesome. Also was awesome.
Hey.
All of your channel was awesome. So I've been some of a redundant here. so another question I wanted to ask you is about the many places that you have played yet. With Eluveitie, you are playing in many different places. Né? So what the places that mark you more? So I don't know if that question was right. So what of them that you like the most? And bring good memories.
Yeah. So I think one of them is definitely Mexico. We played in Mexico. Actually, it was the same tour that we played in Brazil.
Yes,
We-
just
we
before
just-
to come here,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
played in Mexico. I think
Yeah.
you played in the ship, right? In the
Yeah.
tons of metal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
70,000 tons, and then we went to Mexico, and we spent, I think, 2 or 3 days there. And the best thing about the trip was food. Amazing. It was just whenever I think about it, how good it was. It's such a perfect place for food. I enjoyed it so much. We had tacos, we had churros. It was just great. The show was amazing and the weather was awesome. So yeah, everything on point. The other place I really, really liked was when we went to the US on tour, because I was also interested how it is there because it's such a different country than the European countries that I knew so well, right? Because I'm from Poland. So yeah, it was really interesting, really fun tour, really easy for us to just like, how to explain, like really, really smooth, because everybody we worked with was so kind and so professional, just great. And what else? I think basically everywhere we play, it these are just great places because our fans are there, and we just go there, visit our fans. And also I really, really enjoyed the Brazil shows because it was my first time in Brazil, so great in the first place. And then also the audience was so amazing in Brazil. It was just so welcoming and so enthusiastic about the show that it was just so much fun. And then even the show that we had to just kind of organize in 1 or 2 days because of the previous one got canceled.
Mhm.
It was super spontaneous kind of, but so many people showed up as well there. We were in Rio de Janeiro, I
Rio de
think,
Janeiro.
yeah.
Mhm.
So and
I
the
was
city
in that
was
show.
also in.
We
So was
we
I,
are
yeah.
in that
Okay.
show in the first line.
And it
Oh,
was really
great.
cool.
Screaming the
Yeah.
lungs out.
Really.
Awesome. It was super hot, right? Super hot inside.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it
hot
was- that
the
was super
entire
fun.
year.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit too
But
crazy for me.
the show. Okay.
No, I was going to say that I went to both of your shows here in Brazil.
Uh-huh.
So I went to São
Whoa,
Paulo
okay.
because initially it wasn't planned Rio, right? So I
Yeah,
had to
no,
find a place. It
no.
would be either Belo Horizonte or São Paulo
Curitiba
or
and
Curitiba, I guess.
Brazil,
Then I
I think.
decided for
Mhm,
São
mhm.
Paulo. Thank God I decided for São Paulo.
Mhm.
We're really sorry for what happened with the event, and
Yeah,
I hope it
yeah.
doesn't happen again.
Yes.
But then when I heard that
Yeah.
you were coming for Rio again, and then I said I have to go again. It was so good, and then
In the
Awesome.
time I lived in Belo Horizonte, where
Mhm,
the
mhm.
shit happens.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of the band, and the show was scheduled to tonight. But I think if I go earlier, can I meet the band? I don't know, but I have to try. So I
Mhm,
came to
mhm.
the avenue in the, I don't know, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., it's a little earlier. And I see all of you come in and talk and come out. And I turn to my friends and I say, what's happened? That they are leaving. No, come back here.
Yeah.
So we don't know about the situation.
Mhm.
So the day was running and more people are coming, and we're standing there in the venue waiting for an official statement of the band or of the organizers of the show. And they talk that they said that the show was canceled, and I don't know, whatever, some bullshit, and I really pissed off in that time because of one of my favorite bands, and don't I don't want to go out. I don't want to see their show. So minutes after that, the band called the fans to the hotel to a little chat.
Yeah.
A little chat, a little meet and greet, a little place. And I go to the hotel in the first group of the fans, and that time that I was in that hotel was one of the most happiest time of my life, that I can chat with one of my favorite bands, and I can describe it, the feeling that about that night. So the day after, 2 days after, I don't know, the band scheduled their show in Rio de Janeiro, and I sent a message to Raquel and ask her, "You go to the show? I know that you go in the São Paulo's, but you go again?" And she, yes, I'm going again. And then I respond, "So I am going to Rio." So, and we go into Rio, and that show was really awesome.
Fantastic,
One of the most funniest show that I have ever going in my life.
Yeah, and I think that was very respectful from the band, because after all the situation, first you ask the fans to go to your hotel and talk to them in person, and then 2 days after, you just make a concert in 2 days, basically organize everything. That was really, really nice. So I don't know who says anything against that, but I thought that was really, really nice from Eluveitie.
Hey, thank you so much, and thanks that I'm really happy that you enjoyed the evening nevertheless, because for us it was a really, really hard situation. And we were really worried about the fans, basically, because they paid for the show, you paid for the show, right? And you didn't get the show. So now what? What's going on, right? So then we figured that we could just do a huge meet and greet, and we did it twice. I think we did it the evening of the show, and then we had one more. And
in Rio, right?
No, we were still in the hotel in
yes, two group of fans.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And well, huge thanks for the Brazilian fan club for helping us out with the posts and with explaining the situation, and with organizing everything, and with the communication with the fans, and with just everything. They helped us so much that we are forever grateful for that. And I also enjoyed the meet and greet a lot. I'm really happy that we had the opportunity to just meet with you guys and to talk, and to also like clear out the situation a little bit. So yeah, it was difficult, but cool to hear that something good came out of this nevertheless.
Yes.
And please come back.
Yes, I hope Eluveitie can come back when it's possible.
Yeah,
of course, after the pandemic.
Yes. So in that night in the hotel, I don't know if you remember, but I taught you how to say hurdy-gurdy in Portuguese. Do you remember?
Viela de Roda.
Yes.
How do you spell, like, how do you say it in proper Portuguese?
Your pronunciation has a little accent, but I can understand. But in Portuguese will be Viela de Roda.
De Roda. But so it's more like roda, not Roda.
Roda.
Okay.
Yeah, ha, yes.
Roda.
Okay, cool. I'll try to remember this.
All right. Raquel?
I don't know. Oh my God, I had a question, but it just got a blank. Oh my God.
I will do one. And there are places that you wanted to be with Eluveitie that you don't go yet, don't went. I don't know. My English is terrible.
I don't know.
Some place that you wanted to know.
I think some countries in South America, like I don't know, Peru or Argentina or somewhere there, because we did a tour there, but there were some countries that we missed. So probably there. Otherwise, I don't know where else is it possible to play, because we played Australia, New Zealand, we played China, Japan. We played everywhere in Europe almost. So definitely South America, probably South Africa. I think it's also possible to play there. Some bands are playing in South Africa.
Yes.
And also Eluveitie played there, but it was a few years ago. But I don't know where else we could go. I think we already went to so many places that I never thought I could visit, that it's just crazy. It's really overwhelming for my brain.
Raquel, do you remember the question?
No, but I was going to say maybe another country in the Middle East, like not Israel, right? You haven't been to Israel.
We've been to Israel, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, probably somewhere where we haven't been yet, but
Overall.
I don't know.
Please, if you who are listening to us know the country right here, and then we'll tell them the suggestion.
Yeah. So I think I'm out of the questions now. I think I have asked everything that I want to. Raquel?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
So no. I have one more question, but I will do it in the final. In the final, I will be first. Then I want to ask you to say that considerations, that some words of inspiration of one of the people that wanted to start in music, but I don't start it yet. And what do you want to say to these people?
To people who want to start playing music?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think playing music is a really amazing hobby, because hobby or job that can help you express your emotion, help you express yourself, and also develop your brain in a totally new way, because practicing the instrument or really practicing anything can make new neurons appear in your brain. So that's something that I think is extremely cool. And playing an instrument is a really awesome skill, because you can play songs with your friends, you can do a little show, you can play songs by your band, your favorite band, and that's a great one as well. I mean, I really love playing covers, so I enjoyed that part too. And also, if you play music and you write lyrics, then you can really, like, how to explain this? Like, you can
express
but you can just you can close your consciousness in a little piece of work, like in a little poem, or like you can pour your thoughts into something physical. I think this is really great. Like you're creating something out of like seemingly nothing because it's just in your brain. But then when you express it, it's here suddenly. So that's really cool. That's I think this is a really important part of music for me. It's a little bit metaphysical, but yeah, it's how I see it, and also with the lyrics, or maybe especially with the lyrics, or I don't know if yeah. I really recommend it as your, if you want to do it just a hobby, then go for it, absolutely. And if you want to make something else out of it, like if you want it to be your main occupation or your job, then I would say enjoy it, and also prepare yourself for a lot of work, and you will need a lot of luck, because some people say that that all you need is talent and hard work. That's true, you need it, but you also need a little bit of luck in all of this, or maybe a lot of luck. But yeah, anyways, if you work hard and put a lot of effort in your music, then you are exposing yourself to more luck in a way. So it all works together. But yeah, it's maybe not the easiest path if you want to be a musician full time, but yeah, if you're passionate, then go for it. I say go for it.
That's great.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah. And it reminds me of my question, because you said about the process of composing and writing lyrics. Have you thought about writing your own lyrics and composing your own songs?
Yeah, right now I am working on an EP, and that will probably be published next year, but I don't know yet because it takes so much time. It's just it's just a long thought process, and this is my first time that I write lyrics and stuff like that, so it's really new to me, and really exciting as well. I really enjoyed doing this, so
I'm sure it would be great.
I would say thanks.
I will listen, of course.
Yeah. So just stay tuned for the next year. Someone next year. I don't know yet when.
Fantastic.
All right. So, and my last question will be a simple question. And so, I play the bass. I play bass. And Raquel here, she sings. Right? So my...
Try.
No, she sings well. She sings well. No.
I'm sure.
So my question will be, sometime in the future, with no compromise, can you play a cover with us when you have the time?
But what do you want to play? Do you have any ideas or not yet?
Oh my God, she's so easy. No, I confess, I think in that question during our conversation. So no,
Okay,
I don't have anything in mind, and I just compromise Raquel too. So, no, I will thought in some songs, and I send you a message when I decide something.
Yeah. So I don't know about right now because I have quite a few things going on. So maybe not in the nearest future. Okay.
So here too, I'm a little busy right now, but in the future, I don't know when. I don't know when.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
But I'm already have your yes, so I can.
Great.
So it's great. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Great.
So I'm thinking I am done, Raquel. Some more thing?
Do you have your hurdy-gurdy with you?
Oh, no, it's in another room.
Yeah, don't worry. We were going to ask if you could play just a tiny bit, but don't worry. No.
Okay.
No, I think that we are now abusing her goodwill.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. The thing is that I don't really have my hurdy-gurdy right now, because the one that I play for the shows, it's in Switzerland in the rehearsal room, and for like my other things, I play the hurdys that we have from the workshop. Like, you know, I usually have a different hurdy for every video, right? And so these are all for our customers. I just use them to record the video. And yeah, so I don't really have my hurdy-gurdy right now. I just use these, but I have something really cool being built right now. So maybe in the near future, I will do a big new hurdy reveal. Hopefully soon. Yeah. So that's the issue. I don't really have a hurdy right now. So yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
No problem. Okay. So I think that is so many final some final comments, Michalina.
Well, from me, I thank you guys for the talk. It was really cool, and it was really nice to go like remember some of the times where we actually play shows and meet the fans and just go around the world. So thank you for that, and thank you to the listeners of this interview. Thank you for your time that you wanted to tune in and listen to the interview. And yeah, I wish you a good day from now on.
Thank you, and I wanted to thank you again for your time, for talking with us. Again, for me, it's an honor because you are one of my favorite musician in the world. Thank you so much. It's a big honor, and I hope that you return to Brazil someday.
Yeah.
Yes, it is on the list.
Great.
There's many food here waiting for you.
Yeah, we have good food too.
Awesome. You need to tell me. You need to tell me what should I try. Like,
we
can make a list.
We can schedule a food trip.
Okay, I'm down.
All right. E você que nos ouviu, acompanhou essa conversa, sofreu com meu péssimo inglês, agradeço novamente. Se gostou da conversa, deixa aquele like bacana, aquele like bombado aqui no vídeo, compartilhe com seus amigos, se inscreva no canal e semana que vem tem mais.